Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the vlog. Well, this isn't so much as a vlog, but more of a tutorial to tell you exactly what's happening with the Canon EOS R. Well, Canon have just dropped a firmware update for the Canon EOS R 1.4.0. So is it going to be a game changer? We really don't know. It has drastically improved the eye autofocus. So now you can be actually further away than you really could have been. And it also has sped up the autofocus. So if you come out of the scene, you jump back into it, then it's going to lock onto your focus, onto your eye almost immediately. So that's a very big welcome change. Now before you could have been only about 2 to 4 feet away while eye autofocus, and maybe not even that far, and then it would revert to face detection. But now you can actually even go back further, even another bit, at least 10 feet, and eye autofocus is still on. And what we're going to do now in a few minutes, I'm going to bring you outside and we're going to put that to the test. Right here, right now at the moment, I am filming on the Sigma 12 to 24, simply because of the Canon C-Log crop factor. It's kind of a bit of a nuisance, you know. It's not truly 4K, but it's still fantastic nonetheless. You can also use sunglasses on the new eye autofocus. You probably could have done before, never tried it, but with the sunglasses on, you can actually still detect the human being that is in the frame, which is quite impressive. Now the only time that it doesn't really tend to lock on for your eye autofocus is when you have the head turned to the side and you're kind of walking away. But again, in that situation, it's going to revert to the face detection, which is still fantastic, you know. So technology now, you gotta ask that question: is it better than the manual focus? In my eyes, or my feelings, definitely, absolutely. I was never actually fantastically good at manual focus. Anyway, so thank you very much, Canon EOS R. Now, I know some of these Sony shooters out there are going to be screaming at the camera, oh, we had this, we had that. I don't care, man. I have a Canon EOS R. Whatever the Sony shooters do, you go do it. So yeah, so look, without further ado, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring you out into the street. We're going to get some test footage to show you how it works. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back into the studio, into the office, and I'm going to show you how to download it, where to download it, and what to do. The whole process takes about 5 to 6 minutes. So yeah, so let's jump out in the street. Let's go. Okay, so we just jumped over to the computer now, so a few things before we get to this part of the process. You're going to need a few things. You're going to need a Canon EOS R. You're going to need a fully charged battery. Do not use a barely charged battery in case it shuts off in the middle of downloading or installing the firmware update, because bad things could possibly go wrong, okay? Also, you're going to need an SD card. Okay, you're going to download software on the computer, put it onto SD card, and then into the Canon EOS R. So, okay, so we're going to put the battery in, close. Okay, we have an SD card in there already. Happy days. All right, let's jump onto the computer, and I'll send a link to where you can get it down below as well. So just click the link and it'll bring you straight to where you can download the firmware update 1.4.0. Okay, so here is your page, your Canon.com USA, I think it's USA website. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Look, all you have to do is come down and select your Canon EOS R. I'll leave a link down below, like I said. And what I want you to do is come down here. You can see it here, 1.4.0 or 1.3.0. So you're going to select the one that's relevant to your computer. So it can be Windows or it can be Mac. So I'm using a Mac, so you're going to select the file, you agree to the disclaimer, blah blah blah, all that malarkey, and press download. It is that easy. And there's some information, and look, this is where it's downloading to. So it's a 35 megabit file, and what you need to do, what I want you to do is I want you to format this card also before we start the process. So now that it's downloaded, what you need to do is you need to slot your SD card into your computer. So you need to go to your downloads, open up a new window. It could be staring me right in the face now. Here we go. Canon EOS R. Okay, so you're going to open that. Okay, X that off, and it's that EOS R0140.fir file. All you're going to do is drag and drop. Very good, simple. And what you can do from here now is you can eject your card. Okay, now since we've downloaded this the firmware update 1.4.0, all you need now to get is your Canon EOS R and your SD card. Make sure you plug them in, slide it in, close it, turn on the camera. Now what you're going to do now is you're going to go to your menu, you're going to press the info button, okay, until you come to the yellow box. So from there you're going to go to hold it down, you're going to go to the last digit, so it's item number 6, and down at the bottom it says firmware version 1.2.0. So you're going to select in there, and you're going to slide over and press OK. So now what you can see is, so I bring it up nice and close to my face, so I have it loading here and it's doing firmware update program. So it's going to stay like that for a couple of seconds, and what it's going to do, it's going to change over to the installation period or moment, and it'll just go from there. So guys, look, that's how you update your Canon EOS R. Hopefully you found it some bit helpful on what to do and how to do it. Does this make the Canon EOS R the best mirrorless camera in the market? Probably not, but it's starting to gain a bit of legs and it's starting to get that much better. So I'm really looking forward to what Canon are really going to bring out in the next year or two into the mirrorless market. Whether they're going to really make a stab at Sony to leapfrog them to be the best camera manufacturer in the industry, hopefully. But look, this, like I said, this is a stepping stone to put them in the right direction. So I'm very happy with this firmware update. Like I said, it's not unbelievably brilliant, but it's much, much better now. So lads, if you enjoyed the video, why don't you give me a like, comment down below. If you have any questions, I'll do my utmost best to kind of help you along the way as much as I can. And if you'd be even better again, if you'd even subscribe. And if you're ever in the mood to find out about any more topics on photography, why don't you download the Irish Photography Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or Stitcher, or even Podbean. You'll get us on most good platforms, and you can learn a thing or two about photography. We also get some special guests on, such as Nick Page, Gavin Hardcastle, Nick Pfeiffer, you name it. There's loads and loads of special guests for you there to listen to. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and yeah, I'll talk to you again soon. Hey yo!